In this video, we're going to focus on phonological awareness, and we're going to go over the what, why, when, how, and the different assessments that can be done. So first, what is phonological awareness? It is the ability to hear and manipulate the sound structure of a language, and there are different parts of it, or different levels of phonological awareness. There is word level, which is the ability to recognize the distinct words in a sentence. Syllable level is you need to recognize that words are made up of groups of sounds. Onset rhyme level is early to recognize the common sounds and words. And lastly, phoneme level is the ability to recognize individual sounds and words. Why? Improvements in phonological awareness can and usually result in improvements in reading ability. It is also the understanding that speech sounds can be segmented and blended. It is necessary to make connections between speech and print. And lastly, without the capacity to attend to individual sounds and words, it is extremely difficult to match sounds to letters and decode words. When? For most students, learning to attend to individual phonemes comes more easily following experiences at the less advanced words, syllable, and onset rhyme levels. In general, begin with larger sound units and move progressively to smaller units, and it is important to logically sequence scales from easiest to more difficult. How? There are many activities you can do with phonological awareness, but it's difficult to work with sounds in an unfamiliar word, so it's important that students are familiar with the meaning of the compound word. So a lesson that can be done is the blend word parts, so we're going to do about doghouse. So first, what you want to do on a dry erase board or a chalkboard tray, display the picture cards of the dog in the house, dog in the house, and then you want to point to the picture cards of the dog and say, this is a dog, and then point to the picture card of the house and say, this is a house. Then you would want to slide the two pictures together and say, when I put the two word parts together and say them fast, I make a new word. And then you would ask your class, what is the word when I say the two parts fast? And then they would say doghouse. And then you would display the picture of a doghouse next to the picture cards of the dog in the house. Then you would point to the doghouse and say, a house that a dog lives in is a doghouse. And then a house that a dog lives in is a, and then you would ask, what is a house that a dog lives in? And they would say, doghouse. Then you would follow the same procedure with the word toothbrush. And then next you'd move on to a small group guided practice. This is where you display the following picture cards and identify their names. We got rain, coat, foot, ball, door, bell, and pancake. So then to start off, you'd say, we're going to play a game with these picture cards. I'll show you how. Then you give a volunteer the picture card of a coat and say, listen as I say two word parts, rain, coat. Hold up the picture card of the rain and say, I have the rain picture card. Ask who has the coat picture card. Direct the volunteer to come to the front of the classroom, and then you would place the picture card of rain on the dry erase board chalkboard tray, and then direct the volunteer to place the picture card of the coat to the right of the picture card of rain and create a small space between the cards. Then you would say, listen as we say the word parts. Then you'd point to the picture cards of the rain and say rain. Prompt the volunteer to point to his or her picture card and say coat. Then you would slide the two picture cards together and say, now everyone say the two word parts fast. What's the word? And they would say raincoat. And then you would place the picture card of the raincoat next to the picture cards of rain and the coat, and then point to the picture card of the raincoat and ask, what is a coat that you wear in the rain? They would say raincoat. Now pass out all the picture cards to the students and follow the same procedure to make the following compound words. So you do football, doorbell, cupcake, peanut, hot dog, grapefruit, and popcorn. And pancake. And that's it. Lastly, for assessments, you would want to begin in mid-kindergarten and continue to assess throughout the early elementary grades. And then assessment is no longer needed when the student demonstrates the ability of decoding. And there are many different assessments you can do. Some are auditory analysis tests. This consists of 40 items arranged in order of difficulty from deletion of word syllables in compound words to deletion of syllables in multisyllabic words to deletion of phonemes in beginning, middle, and end positions. The teacher asks the student to delete a syllable or phoneme and say the word that is left. Next would be rapid letter naming. That's the measure. The measure has 18 alternate forms and consists of 104 randomly selected upper and lowercase letters presented on one page. The measure is given individually, and the students have 1 minute to name as many letters as possible in the order that they appear on the page. And lastly, you could do non-word spelling. This measure strongly predicts which kindergarten students will demonstrate growth in blending and segmenting after small group phonological awareness instruction. 5 non-words would be fag, Brit, mub, guff, and pid. Compromise the measure, so students receive 1 point for each phoneme that they represent correctly in the spelling.